Hey, it's MK, and I am back with Scraptember and 30 Days of Sketches. Here's the sketch by Laura Whitaker today. I decided that I was going to create a dinosaur layout. Now, I have acrylic pieces and crocheted pieces right here. I also have some leftover strips. I have 3 pieces from a Minte collection right here, previously done for a dinosaur layout. I also have several other strips, like some that are pre-made, some that are just like a backer sheet that I took off from something, vellum pieces, just all sorts of random pieces that I do not remember the manufacturer. I have some Teresa Collins labels left over right here. They're kind of hard to find on the carrier sheet. I'll have to figure that out. I have a really old Stampin' Up! Paper, and then I have this gorgeous glossy mirrored paper also by Stampin' Up! This is the layout that I will be creating today, is just that one side. The other side is just going to be the blue gloss because I believe that it only has one little element to decorate. I also have these gray thickers. They're not actually made by Thickers. They're made by We Are Memory Keepers, and they are used for a mold press. And then I also pulled out some Pink Fresh wood grain thicker, like puffy stickers, and then a Chamel set as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut up one piece of this Stampin' Up! Little, it's very thin background paper, and it's just got it's yellow, and then it has like a crosshatch mark on it. That's the best way that I can describe it. And then I went ahead and I cut up all of my blue pieces and then glued all the pictures down. So I left only the cards out that I will be creating. Now, when I create pocket pages from a sketch, I only choose certain elements from that sketch. I don't try to shrink it this teeny tiny itty bitty little. So basically the piece that I am trying to copycat from this sketch is just left of that little heart. So you've got your 4x4-ish picture, and then you've got all those stripes and then that little heart. That's the piece, that's the element that I will be copying from this particular sketch. So sometimes when a sketch is like this, which is kind of sort of open to suggestion, I love incorporating it into a pocket page, and it definitely helps the pocket page come together way more easier. So basically what I did was I took that ripped Minte page and just put it across the layout as if my yellow pieces were ripped rather than the Minte pieces. And so that is supposed to represent the very top piece where it has several little strips up at the top with a little heart and a title. So that's that one. And then I'm taking this kind of like a green, orange, no orange, green, I don't know. It's like a greeny brown piece. I honestly don't remember where it's from, but I do remember that it had like this swirly circle in the center. And that's how I ended up with all these, because I just wanted the circle. So I'm taking these strips next, and these are going to represent, like I said, the left of the star and all those stacked little pieces. Now, the prompt for today is to use a 6x6 paper pad. Now, my vellum pieces were from a 6x6 paper pad. However, they just didn't show up and they didn't work. So I neglected to do the prompt today. So sorry about that. 6x6 pieces are hard for me to use, you guys, and that's probably why the prompt is there, is to help you, get motivated to use products that you don't normally reach for. So, and I get it. I'm just stubborn. So anyways, for my 2 4x4 squares, I've got both of the elements coming from both directions. And then for the center square, that's going to be my title. And so I assumed that I would just have it go all the way across rather than try and figure out which direction to come from, because I didn't want, one to be more special than the other. So why not make it go all the way across? Makes more sense. And it probably would have made more sense if I had them go from the center as well. Anyways, squirrel. I'm taking this very teeny tiny itty bitty little green piece. Now I have to tell you guys, this was not my favorite, and my fingers, kind of like chalkboard rubbing on, fingernails on a chalkboard type thing. That's what I felt the more I kept tearing at this. And so I had to take a lot of breaks because it was like, oh, I just don't like that feel. Ugh. It was a terrible feeling. And so, but I did. It's from an old Chamel collection. I believe her, what is it called? Field Trip collection is what this green border is from. I recognize the polka dots on the other side, by the way. So I just decided that I was going to put these pieces right in the center to kind of represent that little banner piece that's coming off of the star, or I'm sorry, the heart. And then the dinosaur and the leaves are actually going to be representing the heart. So I absolutely love these little acrylic pieces, you guys. They're so delicate, but yet they feel so sturdy. So, and I'm not sure, did I take out where I tested my vellum pieces? I must have, because right after I put my dark greenish brown piece down, I, see, it was so horrible. I just wanted to do what I needed to do and be done. I'm so sorry. I tested it right after I put down that dark green, and I must have missed it while I was rambling on and on and on. So this is one of the last pocket pages that I have for this year's dinosaurs. I am slowly but surely working on completing a couple albums, and I think by the end of this 30 days of sketches, I will be completed with an album, which when I say completed with an album, that means all the pocket cards, all of the little memorabilia, all the embellishments that I wanted to include in an album will finally be done. And I really, the last time I played along with the 30 days of sketches, to be honest, I actually ended up completing another album as well. So I'm super stoked. Now, I don't do things in chronological order. I think my channel would be very boring if you guys saw the exact same year over and over and over again. I don't do that. What I do is I put all of my photos in the order that I want them in the album. So they're already in page protectors within an album, but there's nothing else to go with them. They're just photos floating in a page protector, but they're in the spot that I want them. And so when I get ready to scrapbook, I flip through my albums to look for what pages I'm in the mood to do. That way I don't have to work in chronological order, but everything's already organized for me. When I scrapbook from a box, I kind of feel like I get confused at what the album's going to look like because it's kind of all just in a box and I don't know what I did previously. Whereas when I flip through an album, I kind of sort of already know what I've done because I can see all the completed pages and then just pick out the pictures from there. So anyways, this is my interpretation of the sketch. Preserving the Past was definitely the title that I chose to do. And yeah, I just took little glue dots and glued my leaves down that way as well as the acrylic pieces. Now for the dinosaur with the long neck, I actually glued his neck and tail down because I didn't want him to actually break and then all his tail be floating in the page protector. So this way, with his tail glued, if it did break, he'd still be glued in spots. Anyways, be sure to check out everyone else that is playing along with Scraptember or 30 Days of Sketches or both. And I will check y'all later. Bye.